You can tell I'm doing so good tonight. Oh my goodness. Y'all, happy Thursday for you. Happy Monday for me. And this is exactly what happens on a Monday, y'all. I literally just spent the last 25 minutes recording this for you guys and never unmuted myself. Yep, yep, yep. That's how much I love you guys, because like, hello, I mean, who other than me would do that? So there you go. Happy Thursday for you guys. I was just going to share, to get started, I was going to share some pictures of my kiddos this weekend. And I say kiddos because there's my kiddo back there helping the little kiddos start pulling out all my pansies. I put them to work this weekend, you guys, because, you know, you got to keep those little ones busy. And so there's Lila she's got this fun little blue hair. I don't know where she got that thing, but oh my gosh, it's hilarious. She loved wearing that thing. But they had their little gloves on, except Landon, the little baby. She just, you know, her little hands were too small for the gloves yet. But Bubba Lincoln, he's back there with his little gloves on. They were having a blast pulling out all of the plants, all of the pansies, so that I could start planting the new stuff. And it kept them quite busy. They had a blast. Unfortunately, at some point, I heard Julia go, "Lincoln!" And he was pulling out the plants I just planted. So they were quite a riot. But they're pretty cute. And then, of course, the next day we had to have breakfast on the patio. They think it's fancy and fun. So we do breakfast on the patio, and I just love them. That's my sweet kiddos. And of course, here's Landy Lou. We call her Landy Lou. She's so ornery. Can you not tell? Like, she's full of it. And I love that about her. So anyway, happy Thursday night. I am in Chicago. I will be in Chicago. So I'm missing a live because I love your comments and I love to participate in that with you guys. But unfortunately, this is the only way I knew to do it. So I asked you guys on Instagram, submit some questions, some things that you want me to answer. And so that's what I'm going to do tonight. So I'm going to do that first, and then we'll get started on our block. So Pringles Patch asked, what was your first quilt and what is your next quilt going to be? Well, my first quilt was an Eleanor Burns Quilt in a Day log cabin, and I love that quilt. Love, love, love is my very first. It was super, super simple, but it was a great learning experience for me. I made it out of OSU fabric, Go Pokes, Oklahoma State, of course. And it was just adorable, and I love it. So I made it because my daughter started going to OSU that year. So she went off to college the year I started quilting. So let's see. Oh, and what is your next quilt? It's Be a Firefighter. This is by it's a Sew a Story by Jennifer Long. You can go to sewastory.com to find her patterns. She's got lots of cute patterns. I'm doing Be a Firefighter for Lincoln because he loves fire trucks. And of course, this is adorable because this is the quilt itself right here, and his little head can stick out here and he'll look like he's a fireman. I mean, how stinking cute is that? So it ends up being about 60.5 by 72.5. So it's a good size quilt. And I'm going to put red cuddle. That's what that is right back there. It's on the back. Okay, Clo Chanel, ooh, offensive name, uh, says Team Trump or Elon. That's pretty funny. And then she says, just kidding, sorta. I'll answer it. I don't really care. Hey, this is my show, so I can answer what I want and whatever. I'm neither for this right now. To be honest, I'm so over it. I don't want to hear anything about it anymore because I just think they're both acting like horrible little children, and it infuriates me. So I wish it would stop, and I hope it stops. And I'm trying to embrace the fruits of the spirit. And one of those, the second one, is joy. And I don't get any joy from watching any of that. So I'm not participating. So there you go. I'm neither. Joe J. Quilts. How did the sale go? It went great. I got to meet so many fun people. I'm going to show you. This is, let me try again. See, I'm really doing great tonight. This is me. Obviously, I was really hot. There's my fans. Thank you, Jeannie Applegate, for buying this for me many years ago. They came in super handy. And I had a little boot set up. I had a cart full, and oh my gosh, one of my friends, Annette, it was her good friend that brought this cart over for me to use because I only had one little lonely table and I thought that was going to be plenty, and it was not. So all of my scrap bundles were in that cart, and it was fun watching everybody pilfer through my scraps. And then I had books, and I had some patterns, and I had some cuts of fabric, yardage. And then I had lots of other fun things. Notions. I got almost all of my notions were gone. You people with your notions, y'all are just like me. Like, it's so hilarious. So, good stuff. I was really excited to meet a lot of you. It was a fun day, but hot. Holy cow. She also asked, what is your favorite block? Okay, so if we're talking about my favorite block in this series, in Harriet's journey, so far it's Gretchen, not just because that's my middle name, but because I really like that block. I thought it came together really pretty. I like how I love when a block turns into like multiple things that are unexpected, and it has the pinwheel in the middle. I just love that. But in general, I like anything that's really has a star feel. So yeah, I really like anything like that. So my favorite block probably is Swoon by Camille Ross Kelly. I just like the way it looks. It's just beautiful. So there you go. Zill 1955 says, when you press blocks, do you use dry or steam iron? I kind of do both. I love steam kind of at the end. At the beginning, since I've found acorn pressing mist and stuff, I use that all the time now. And the pen, I love it. And I don't have to really steam. I just dry iron it. But at the end, when I have my block completely put together, I'll steam it because I don't know. I think it lays flat and really pretty. Dan Slaloon, L.A. Loon, 47. Do you enjoy the horn chair you received? I want a chair for my birthday, but this is expensive. It is expensive and 100% worth it. It's just awesome. It's so comfortable. It has the lumbar support. I'm sitting in it right now. I sit in it to work. I sit in it to sew. I will let my husband sit in my recliner in here, and I'll sit in my chair and watch television. I love this chair, and I've had several, so I highly recommend it. It is expensive. If you can afford it and it's in your budget, or it's for your birthday, special occasion, ask for it, and you won't be sad. You got it. It's awesome. Angie Fenimore asked, what are the top 3 favorite quilts you've made? Gosh, that's so hard. I've done some designer mysteries that I really thought were beautiful. And the one that I did with Nantucket Summer Designer Mystery with Fat Quarter Shop, I really love that one. I love Brightly because it's stars again, and it's Cluck Cluck Sew. It's a gorgeous pattern, and it's simple. It's like it's a lot of chain piecing, but it comes together and it's gorgeous. And I love my Sew by Row by Lori Holt. I love that one just because it's got all the quilty things in it that I love. And so, yeah, I think that one's great. Great question. K-Rod shoots. Where in Chicago are you going to be? I live in Chicago. Okay. I'm going to be at the Salesforce Connections conference. I don't really actually even know where that's at in Chicago. I'm staying at the Hilton Palmer House somewhere down there. So, yeah, I'm excited. Oh my gosh, let's see. And I've stayed there before. I stayed there when years ago. Oh my gosh, it's been 100 years, it feels like. So it's been at least, let's see, 17, 20 years ago I stayed there. Wow. I hope it's still nice. I took some classes at Northwestern in Chicago, and I was there for like a couple of weeks, and I stayed at the Palmer House the whole time. So it was really nice. Let's see. LG Jones 60. What's your favorite marker on any fabric, then on dark fabric? Struggling here. I can't really answer to the dark fabric question because I don't really ever use a marker on dark fabric. But I would probably use a silver Sharpie if I had to use it on dark fabric, but I would make sure I heat press it. For anything else, I use Identipen. It's my favorite. And they've come in different colors, but usually obviously I'll use black. But I will always heat press anything that I've written on. I heat press it to make sure it does not fade. Let's see. Vicky, how was the garage sale? Did you sell your treasures? Almost. It was good though. I did really well. Kara McGo, I think is her name. Can you tell me more about your machine? I'd also love to know more about your Bernina. My machine is a Juki TL18 QVP. I love it. Love it. And it's a straight stitch only. That's all I do really, unless I do have other machines that if I need to pull them out for any other special stitches, I can. I rarely ever do anything more than the straight stitch because I'm a quilter. But this machine is fast. You can cut with your foot, which I love. It just zip, zip, zip. It is super fast and super accurate. So I'm about accuracy and speed. So that's why I love it. My Bernina, it was really pretty and wonderful and all the things, and I tried and I just couldn't get used to it. And it's not honestly, sometimes it's not the machine, it's just your relationship with the machine, and I could not get comfortable with it. It wasn't something I fell in love with, and so that's why I sold it. So there were a lot of things I didn't like about it, and one of the things I look for in a machine is really, I want a lot of speed. And if you're not going to use a lot of stitches, it's kind of like, why am I buying that? So tried it, didn't love it, sold it, and it went to a very, very fun lady who loves it because she's a Bernina girl. And, it's honestly, it's kind of whatever you start with. Were you a Bernina girl? Okay, then you're probably going to love it. Okay, let's see. Brushing Babe asked, best way to remove easy press residue from my iron. Love the spray, not the residue it leaves. I don't use Best Press, to be honest. I used it a long time ago, but I haven't used it in forever. I never had that problem. I would say the best way to not get residue is, I probably wouldn't use Best Press, but I would let my fabric dry before I press with it. So spray it and let it soak in and dry before you press it. But there is a cleaner, an iron cleaner that Fat Quarter Shop sells. I would go out there, and I think there's only one that they have, and it's really good. It works. I think it's like Odacott or something like that. But it's good and it works. Let's see. I had two people, Peggy Ware and Goodman Kathy Goodman, maybe. Update pics on my craft room. How's it coming along? It's not, because the rain. Yeah, it's rained 100 years, a million years, and it will not stop raining, and it makes me crazy. It was making me a little bit crazy today, and I'm going to tell you a little funny story, because I messaged my contractor, who I love dearly, but I'm like, what's going on? It's hot today. The sun's out. It's dry. It's going to be dry tomorrow. It's going to be dry Wednesday. Like, what's happening? Why are we not going? Well, come to find out, the concrete person they hired for the job does commercial work during the week and residential during the weekends. Normally, that's fine, but it's not fine when it rains every weekend, right? So, a little frustrating. But they hired him because he does great concrete work and drain work, and I've got to have somebody who can do both. So, again, fruit of the spirit. Your fourth one is patience, and I'm really trying to dig into that too. And I am not naturally patient. If something needs to be done, I just do it myself. You could ask my husband or anybody in my family. That's how I roll. But I was struggling with that today. So what was kind of funny, so I'll tell you what made this even funnier. I'm struggling with patience. And today I went out on my front porch to pick up a bunch of packages that had been delivered, and there was poop on my front porch. And I'm like, and it looked like my dog's poop, but she hasn't been out on the porch without us. So I'm like, where did this poop come from? And so my husband's like, did somebody put it there? Like, thinking that they were, like, we had taken PJ for a walk and they picked up poop and put it on our front porch. And I'm like, oh, surely not. Like, surely doesn't happen. So he pulls up the camera to see if anything, like, surely we would see what happened there, right? Well, last night around 9:30, this little fox came up on our porch. I'd never seen a fox out here, which, I mean, there's lots of woods and stuff behind us, but I've just never seen one. A fox had walked up onto our front porch, decided to hang out there and do his business right there on our porch. So then I was fascinated by this because, I mean, I had not really ever seen a red fox before like that. And I thought that was kind of cool. So I started kind of researching red foxes, and you guys will love this. Brace yourselves for this. This is kind of funny. So when I looked up red foxes, this came up and it said, what does seeing a red fox mean spiritually? I was intrigued. Seeing a red fox in a spiritual context can be seen as messengers encouraging you to be flexible and adaptable to your current circumstances. Oh, yeah. There you go. So maybe it was, divine. I don't know. But I'm going to take it as divine, that it's a confirmation that I need to just settle in, be patient, be content. It's going to be okay, because it's not like it's not going to happen. It's just not happening on my timetable. And sometimes I probably need that lesson. So if I'm being 100% honest. Okay. That's that. That's my funny story of the day. Getting into our block this week, Harriet's Journey. If you are, hopefully you're following along, from Elm Creek Quilts, Jennifer Shiverini. We are on page 50, block number F2, which is our 12th block in our group. This is called Lowell Offering, and why I picked it, Lowell happens to be a town in Arkansas, and it is where I go do business quite a bit. Our company has I hate to call it headquarters, because we're not really allowed to call it headquarters, because we're funny about that. We're a community focused bank, so it feels kind of, I don't know, pompous to say headquarters, but it kind of is. It's kind of the mothership. It has been anyway. And so I thought that would be kind of cool. Like, it's Lowell. So this one is super easy. You're welcome. We had a doozy last week. This one's much easier. And this one, if you followed any of the other videos, it's almost a repeat of some of the instructions I've given before, but all this is half square triangles right here in the corners. You've got an economy block in the middle, right? Square on square, and then, or square and square. And then you've got your flying geese in the middle outside borders. That's it. That's all this is. This is so easy. This one. Mwah, thank you. Thank you for an easy block this week. And I love paper piecing these. And so I recommend using foundation paper for these. Get your half square triangle paper out for your flying geese, for your half square triangles. If you've got economy block paper, use it. That's about it. That's it, you guys. This one's super easy, super easy. But if you have questions about it, drop it in comments. I'll be happy to answer them. But I will be working on planning for next week. I will tell you, I don't want to pre-record another one. I'm hoping not to, because I more enjoy reading your comments as we go. But I'm planning to go camping next weekend. So, which is first time we've been camping all year, and it's June. So I think it's next weekend. Let me make sure. Hold on. Hold the presses. And yes, it is. So next week, the 19th, 20th, and 21st, we're going camping, and we're going to be at a state park. And so I don't know how great my signal will be. Or I would just plan to do this from my camper, which will be kind of fun. So maybe, I need to decide. Maybe you drop in comments what you prefer this week. I'm thinking that might work. Maybe you guys could vote on it. What do you think? Like, vote on this one? So should I pre-record or try it from the camper? What do you think? I'm thinking that might be interesting. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it would be interesting. So we could try it, pre-record it, or we could try it from the camper. What I do know is I don't want to do both. I don't want to try both. So let me know in the comments what you prefer, and then I'll tally it all up and we'll go from there. So if I try it from the camper, though, I'm not going to pre-record, which means if I get to the camper and I have no signal, it ain't going to happen. And so we'll just catch it up the next week. So that's the options. Yeah. So there you go. Let me know what you want to do. Anyway, thanks for joining. I hope you all enjoyed, comments back and forth at some point during the live. But if you've got questions or anything, please drop them in comments. I'll be happy to do that. Make sure you like and subscribe so that you'll get notified when I do go live and post new videos. But other than that, I hope you have a lovely, lovely Thursday night, and I will see you back here next week.